Hey everybody, friendly neighborhood Glenn here reporting from the Hunter Hotel Investment Conference. I found myself the captain of the hospitality industry, Chip Rogers. How are you, man?
Glenn, good to see you. Thanks for being here.
You know, we've been dealing with so much in this business, but I think it's time we talk a little bit more about those advocacy issues. They're so important right now. Where are we at? What do we have to think about most?
Glenn, we have not been this busy working on advocacy since the beginning of the pandemic. And the reason is because all 50 states are legislating right now. So you've got the federal government legislating, you've got all 50 states legislating. It's that time of year. We've probably got a dozen states dealing with this issue of short-term rentals. And what's happening is there's a lot of proposals out there where the short-term rental companies want to come in and say that no city or county can regulate their activity, which is
ridiculous.
It's ridiculous, yes. I mean, if you want to be a hotel, and you want to operate like a hotel, and you want to rent rooms out on a daily basis, that's fine. We welcome the competition.
Right.
You can't do it under different rules. Everybody has to play by their same rules, and that's all we're asking for.
Why are we still talking about this 10 years on?
I have no idea. It seems like it never stops. And in years past, we've only had 2 or 3 states we're dealing with. This year, we've got about a dozen states that we're having to work against what is very bad legislation. And I remind people, this policy has only been implemented in one state, and it was such a catastrophe in the state of Arizona, they repealed it 8 years later because it didn't work. Local governments should be allowed to say what happens in their local cities.
So naturally, everybody else is trying to do that in that case. Well, that's politics for you, and that's why your role is so important to make sure that these issues come to the fore and we could advocate for the hospitality industry. Where else are we right now with those types of issues?
So on state and local level, we're also dealing with this crazy idea called predictive scheduling, where they force you to set a schedule for your employees 14 days out, and then you cannot... 14 days out, and you cannot make any change to it at all, or you end up having to pay some time and a half, double time, just because you made the change. It's ridiculous. It doesn't work in our industry. I mean, you think about if you're, and we've had a lot of snow out west, if you're in Denver, all of a sudden you get hit by a snowstorm, all the hotels at the airport are going to fill up, and the hotels downtown that thought they were going to have guests won't have any guests. Yeah. And you've got to be able to make changes. That's how our industry works.
Not only that, but my entire career we've been seeing shrinking booking windows. And if the majority of people are booking 3-4 days out, you have no way to do it, even with ChatGPT.
Even with ChatGPT. Look, it's just bad policy. It's a bad idea. It doesn't work. And so our role is to make sure we're letting lawmakers know this idea has been tried. It did not work one bit whatsoever, so don't replicate it. On the federal side, we're still dealing with this idea around resort fees. The industry's coming together saying, look, we understand all those fees need to be up front. That's fine. Just make sure that it also applies to OTAs and that it applies to our friends in the short-term rental industry so that everybody offering lodging is doing the same thing.
That's interesting. It seems to me the theme is what's good for them is good for everybody, right?
Exactly. It's all about fair competition. If you're going to be in the lodging business, we should all be treated equally.
All right, so let me ask you this. What is the easiest thing that the people out there could do to help further the causes that you're promoting?
I know I say this a lot,
but it needs to be repeated over and over.
We don't have everybody at hotelsact.org. It's simple. It takes about 90 seconds to sign up. It makes you part of our entire nationwide grassroots effort. So if you're in the hotel industry and we're fighting for you, we need your voice. And again, it's very simple. It doesn't cost you a single thing, hotelsact.org.
Fantastic. And I got to tell you, one thing I'm really looking forward to is the Hospitality Show, June 27th, 28th, 29th at the incredible Venetian Palazzo in Las Vegas. I'm excited because it's the first time I'm seeing an event come together that's trying to bring together all the disparate parts of our industry. It's so funny because I go to all of these events, Chip, and it's like nobody from technology knows anyone from development. Nobody from development knows anyone from design. Nobody from design knows anyone from F&B.
You nailed it. What we're trying to do is make sure all those components come together, and even individual teams. So when Marriott's bringing a large group of people there, all of those team members in all those different areas are coming together. Wyndham's doing the same thing. Choice is doing the same thing. Hilton, Hyatt, they're all doing the same thing. And we appreciate that. And this show will be able to capture that about bringing everything together to make hotels more profitable, to make them run better. And as we emerge out of the pandemic, this is an industry that looks different. We all need to be communicating.
Right. I absolutely love it. Be sure to go there. Go to thehospitalityshow.com. That's thehospitalityshow.com. And after you do that, make sure you reach out to those local lawmakers and let your voice be heard. Together, we are unstoppable. Separate, we're not going to get anywhere. I'm Glenn Hausman. That's Chip Rogers. Thanks for watching another episode of No Vacancy News Today. See you all later.